The Ashes isn't always about the actual cricket. The most significant moment of the epic 2005 series came during a game of touch rugby, when Glenn McGrath stood on a stray cricket ball and was injured on the morning of the second test. In 2017, the England players' apparently harmless decision to have a few beers in Bristol after an ODI victory over West Indies had unimaginable consequences. Ben Stokes may not have made much difference, but we will never know for sure what happened in that parallel universe. James Vince looked to the Gabba born on the first day of the series, batting beautifully with Mark Stoimer to challenge all the spook stories about Australia's pace attack. And then he went and spoiled it all by saying something stupid like yes. Vince's decision to take a quick single backfired when he was run out for 83 by a brilliant throw from Nathan Lyon in the covers. With Joe Root falling soon after, England's opening day was downgraded from almost perfect to merely promising. Even the greatest innings include a hard luck story or two from the fielding side. Usually it's a dropped catch or a poor umpiring decision, but Steve Smith was in such control during his immense 141 not out during Australia's first innings at the Gabba that England could only reflect on a couple of near misses in consecutive overs. First he edged Ali just short of slip and then mistimed a pull off Chris Woakes that instead landed safely and went for 4. Smith was only in the 2020s when they happened, with Australia already 4 down for under 100. After that though he barely played another false stroke. There were times when England failed to recognise the moment, never mind seize it. The most important came either side of lunch on day 3 of the first test. Australia were 7 down, almost 100 behind, and Jimmy Anderson and Stuart Broad had both struck with the second new ball. Yet they were given only 3 and 4 overs respectively, allowing Australia to regroup against the backup seamers. By the time Anderson and Broad returned, the No. 9 Pat Cummins was comfortable at the crease and Australia were on their way to a vital first innings lead. England's second innings at Brisbane, when they were bowled out for 195, was when the series started to slip away. Only once were Australia under significant pressure, when Johnny Bairstow and me were counter-attacking breezily on the 4th afternoon. England were 155 for 5, 126 ahead, when me was given out stumped off Nathan Lee on a spandex-tight call based on a crease line that had not exactly been painted with loving precision. It sparked another collapse, and Australia ended up winning a tight match by 10 wickets. The perspective of time should ensure that Root's decision to bowl in Adelaide is not laughed about in the same breath as the infamous calls by Nasser Hussain in 2002-3 and Ricky Ponting in 2005. But it was an unnecessarily risky decision, the kind you make at 2-0 down, not 1-0 down. If it played to England's strength, Anderson and Broad, it also played to their weaknesses, particularly an inability to cope with scoreboard pressure. And on a tour where perception has sometimes been more important than reality, it invited negativity as only bowling first can.